Where's the rest of the cow or chicken? Why only eat the intestines and stomach? Why eat the feet? There's no meat on the feet. No meat on the feet at all. Just skin and cartilage. That's the sort of thing I ask myself while traveling through Hong Kong over and over again. Hello, and welcome to the Gradual Report. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich on white bread. Today, we investigate Hong Kong and the goings-ons over there. Our starting off point is Dubai. But hold on a second, the day starts a bit earlier than that. I usually wake up with an overwhelming sense that I am a superhero that has somehow lost his powers and thusly viewed by the world as a total lunatic. Simply because most people have not seen a hero does not mean that they do not exist. Stop acting like you've never seen a superhero before. We're going to Hong Kong. And now, on to Hong Kong. The fastest way to get there, of course, is a movie montage. Movie montage in 3, 2, 1. On the bus ride into Hong Kong from the airport, you will eventually cross the Tsing Ma Bridge, the world's 11th longest span suspension bridge at 2,160 meters. It was the second longest on the day of its opening, May 22nd, 1997, which is way more impressive than being the 11th longest currently. From the bridge, you get an interesting view of the modernized Hong Kong tradition, namely a trade imbalance with the west of the world, which has caused this little weird free state to escape the total control of China. Hong Kong's full name is Hong Kong Special Administrative Region of the People's Republic of China. And it is thusly so because the English really like tea. See, and Chinese were really good at making tea. And so when the English was a superpower back in the mid to late 1800s, it set up trade with China. But China didn't want anything the English had except silver. So it was silver in, tea out. But after a while, the English ran low on silver. And since China didn't want to trade for anything but silver, that was a bad thing. And the English started borrowing silver from the other European countries to get tea. And then England got all pissed. And then the English were like, why don't you give opium a try? And that became a very lucrative deal. The English would grow opium in India, tax it, then ship it to China, tax it again, sell it to the Chinese in exchange for silver. Meanwhile, the Chinese population would sit around getting high in opium dens, tasting the dragon. Government, however, decided to step in and be all like, no, we don't want our populace chasing the dragon. It's now illegal to have opium and we're confiscating your shipment. Oh, yeah? Now, some might argue that it was because there was a huge exit of silver. China's government doesn't really care about its population and how many of them are chasing the dragon. But it doesn't really matter. What ended up happening was England sent their navy, which in the mid to 1800s was formidable. A little conflict happened, which, later became known as the Opium Wars 1 and 2. Not movies, actual fighting. And when the dust settled, England won. So they got to sort of dictate terms of a treaty, which was to set up a trade depot on Hong Kong Island. So Hong Kong was part of England. And after the Second Opium War, so was the peninsula of Kowloon. And then England took a 99-year lease on the surrounding territory to kind of create a buffer zone between the peninsula of Kowloon and China. It was the beginning of gunship diplomacy. But when the lease came up in 1997, China, no longer at a military disadvantage, could renegotiate the lease, which was basically give us back Hong Kong. The English were out, leaving 7 million Chinese people that were living in Hong Kong at the time that were just kind of like, no, we actually don't want to be whatever that is. We want to kind of be our own thing. And so they created the one country, two governments policy. and Hong Kong became known as Hong Kong Special Administrative Region of People's Republic of China. They have their own currency and government and are China, sort of. But we are not political attachés. No. We are tourists looking to do cool shit in Hong Kong. So next time in the Graduate Report, Hong Kong, cool shit to do. I was gonna make one video about it, but it just got too long and I was like, fuck it. Just make two. Just cut part 1 and 2. What's wrong with that? Hong Kong part 1. Next one's Hong Kong part 2. We'll get through the footage. I have over 1,000 pictures, over 20 gigs of video. So you know, it might be a part 3. I love you, my little lemon drops. Subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. The adventures are getting awesomer. Feel free to send me some money because, you know, money's cool, and sharing it with people's cooler. What else is there? I love you. Bye-bye.
What are you gonna choose? You gonna try the pig dick? Let's give that pig dick a try. Wanna try that pig dick, or maybe some duck intestines? What do you think? What do you think you have the stomach for?